This is Devon FEELEY doing a project on Barbara Kruger. Why did I select Barbara Kruger? First, I saw her work I Shop Therefore I Am in my textbook. Her art intrigued me, so I decided to research Kruger as a person rather than just an artist. I figured out that we shared similar interests, and she does what I aspire to do in the future, which is work in graphic design for a magazine company as well as work on her art. She's a very powerful and outspoken woman in societal issues, and I especially respect Barbara's views on political, social, and gender stereotype issues society faces today. What style of art is Kruger? Barbara Kruger's art can be described as various styles, such as feminist, postmodern, issue-oriented, and conceptual. Kruger's work often examines contemporary culture, targeting the oppression or dishonesty of society. Kruger dissects contemporary culture through images and text, often targeting multiple oppressions or hypocrisies. Kruger's use of image and text creates a direct communication with viewers. Within a short statement, she critiques important issues in society, the economy, politics, gender, and culture. What is her medium and what is a technique she uses? Kruger often uses materials such as photographic silkscreen and vinyl, photographic collage, and photostat, although she has always refused to be defined by one medium. She's printed her work on tote bags and billboards and created immersive videos since the early 1990s, working with multi-screen and architectural spaces because she says architecture is really her first love. Kruger has many notable recurring techniques in her work, such as red, white, and black color palette and legible font, images taken from magazines and given a new meaning. What or who are her influences? Color scheme. Kruger's use of red, white, and black, as well as her font, comes from aesthetics of Russian constructivists. Movements such as the feminist movement, conceptual art, fluxus, modern photography, etc. Artists such as Andy Warhol, Bruce Nauman, etc. are also big influencers in her work. Kruger's most notable work and why it was important. The image on the left, You Invest in the Divinity of the Masterpiece from 1982, was using a portion from the well known as the Sistine Chapel ceiling fresco. Kruger suggested that her viewer's opinion of the art is influenced and even predetermined by our own religious or philosophical, cultural, and ideological beliefs. The image on the right, Your Body is a Battleground from 1989, Kruger intended to address the issue of the feminist struggle, connecting the physical body of her female audience to the conditions that necessitate the feminist protest. Are these pieces still relevant, and what was her motivation? I believe both pieces are still equally relevant in today's society. The image from the left, You Invest in the Divinity of the Masterpiece, Kruger used this piece to help her audiences acknowledge their role and agency when viewing art. And the image on the right, Your Body is a Battleground, Kruger created this piece from 1989, reproductive rights protest, the March for Women's Lives in Washington, D.C. She suggests that all of us are somehow implicated in a historical narrative. In recent years, Barbara Kruger has extended her success, creating public installations of her work in galleries, museums, and buildings, train stations, and parks, as well as on buses and billboards around the world. Walls, floors, and ceilings are covered with images and texts, which leads me to my next topic, is how successful she was and why. Kruger's network in 2018 was 400,000. Her success can be tied to her being recognized as one of the best-known conceptual artists of the contemporary era, as well as winning the MoCA Award to Distinguished Women in the Arts in 2001. What is the importance of Kruger in the history of art? Kruger's work are direct and evoke an immediate response. She brings attention to real issues surrounding society and economy, politics, gender, and culture, and she has become a strong figure for women. The mass media artist has been refashioning our idioms into sharp-edged cultural critiques for 3 decades. Interesting facts from the life of Barbara Kruger. She enrolled at the Syracuse University as an undergraduate, where she studied art and design. In 1977, she started exploring the art of photography in 1977 and published a book called Pictures and Readings. After spending a year at the university, she moved to New York to take advanced art and design classes at the Parsons School of Design. During the 1980s, she decided to abandon original photography and started incorporating already existing photography from newspapers and magazines into her artwork. She was appointed as an entry-level designer by the Mademoiselle magazine. Her studios were much impressed with the young woman's work. She was promoted to the role of a lead designer within a year of her joining. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.